More movies, more choice. Next on Cinemax. Nothing is what it seems for a private eye who's framed for murder. Billy D. Williams and Vanity encounter a deadly illusion. Next. What's a first-class actress like Whoopi Goldberg doing sneaking around? She's on the job.
What line of work are you in?
I'm a cat burglar.
And she's on the prowl until a heist goes wrong.
She broke into this man's apartment and stabbed him.
I'd like to talk to you about that. But first, we'd like you to go brush your teeth.
Catch Bob Goldthwait and Whoopi Goldberg in the hit comedy Burglar from the director of Police Academy. Monday on Cinemax.
Stylish, provocative, fascinating. Vanguard Cinema, all this month on Cinemax. A thriving community 35 feet below the waves.
Our village on the ocean floor serves as our base of operations.
The Cinemax documentary chronicles an historic adventure. Jacques-Yves Cousteau's World Without Sun.
The whole point about irrational behavior is that it is irrational.
Unconventional desires in a conventional world.
I always wanted to be an orphan. I could have been if it hadn't been for my parents.
How a Cinemax import dramatizes the life of British playwright Joe Orton.
I remember coming here, and I don't remember anything else.
Ellen Barkin, an all-star cast. SIESTA.
Why can't I remember what happened?
An exciting documentary, a dramatic import, an unsettling new wave film. All this month on Cinemax.
I never saw anybody killed before.
I've never been a detective before.
Somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to
Tom Berenger and Mimi Rogers.
someone to watch over me.
Premieres Saturday, November 26th. Cinemax in December means more movies, more choice. Fantasy,
Hocus pocus.
comedy,
Sugar Lips.
drama.
I want that weapon. And I want it now.
On Cinemax, you get about as much choice as you can stand in 1 month. To test your capacity for entertainment overload, make sure you watch your full share of Cinemax in December.
In the 20th Century Fox film Predator, the Central American jungle becomes Duck Schaefer's battleground as he wages war on a mysterious alien enemy.
What makes you think he's going to come in through here? There are tripwires on every tree for 50 yards. This is the only way in.
Outclassed physically by the creature, Schaefer must rely on instinct and intelligence alone as he uses the jungle to strike back at the predator. Far from the amenities found on a studio backlot, Predator's cast and crew set up camp in the jungle outside Puerto Vallarta. 8 weeks of heat, humidity, and rugged terrain challenged every member of the production team.
The heat is real oppressive. You got to deal with bugs. Bugs is bugs, right? You got to always deal with that. But in the jungle, I mean, it's like multiplied times 100, right?
The physical environment is very difficult to work in. We've spent whole days working on hillsides that were, like this. And I'm still walking around with a nearly broken wrist. I was climbing looking for a camera position, and the tree I was on broke and dropped me on my head.
Ironically, this dense jungle location still did not meet the needs of the script. Artificial trees, rocks, and vines were brought in, transforming the jungle into a rainforest. This lush environment is critical to the story because the predator is able to blend in with his surroundings.
Yesterday, what did you see?
You're wasting your time.
No more games.
It changed colors. It uses the jungle.
But it can camouflage itself against any background. It's like a chameleon. So we can never see it. We don't know what we are dealing with.
You work your way down there toward him. I'll move up around, getting back of him, flush him toward you. When I flush that son of a bitch, you nail him. I got a score to settle. We both got scores to settle.
The idea was if you were looking into a circular room through a little peephole, and the room was completely coated in mirror, and there was a chrome man standing inside the room. That's what you would see. You'd only have a sense of movement when he moved. And you would see some sort of a leading edge because he would immediately reflect the entirety of his surroundings on his body, which is what we're trying to accomplish here.
That's great. Terrific.
Academy Award-winning Stan Winston, best known for his work on Aliens, created the Predator.
That's wonderful.
The actual visage of the predator is, in fact, the look of a man when he comes out of camouflage, not only as big musculature as an Arnold Schwarzenegger, but 7'3", a man who is an alien, but not a weird monster alien. He does, in fact, have a mask. He wears a mask. And there is a reveal at the end which shows a more alien aspect of him, which is his face, which is extremely alien.
The camouflage effect the Predator uses to disguise himself was created by R. Greenberg Associates, using highly sophisticated equipment, making an already complicated production even more complex.
I have to have a computer measuring every movement that the camera makes so that it can be repeated. So it gets repeated with the monster in it, without the monster, with the people, and all of that. That's why all of the measurements. And the repeatability of it has to be absolutely accurate. And action. And zoom. I'm not sure that another film has tried to do as complex special effects as these in this sort of environment. In fact, I'm sure nobody's done it.
Okay, here we go. And action!
While director McTiernan was overseeing the first unit in the optical effects, second unit director and stunt coordinator Craig Baxley was busy creating the film's most extraordinary stunt sequence, the raid on the guerrilla encampment.
Basically, the concept here was the producer, Joel Silver, asked me to come up with a battle sequence that would outdo anything that's been done. And I think when you see this film, it's going to have a scope that a lot of battle sequences haven't had. I've tried to put the audience into the midst of the battle instead of let them view it from an outside viewpoint. So I think the audience are going to feel like they're really a part of this battle sequence. I mean, the fire comes past cameras. The guys that are on fire come into the cameras. You know, they're blown over the cameras.
When I read the script or when I rehearse the scenes or when I do the scenes, I get goosebumps, you know, because it's so wild, the film, and the story is so great, and the way it surprises you with the unknown things and with things that you don't expect. It's wonderful.
Stop! On your knife! And that's a cut. That's a cut. Excellent.
This month on Cinemax. Goldie Hawn has a funny problem.
She doesn't know who she is. You think she's gonna know who I am?
Seems she's lost her memory.
Sir!
Kurt Russell volunteers to help her find it.
You're not mine.
Trouble is, his cure
I was short and fat.
is worse than her illness.
I don't belong here.
Overboard. Premieres Saturday, December 17th.
1, 2, 3, 4, hop!
The Cinemax Comedy experiment goes backstage at the talk show where food for thought is like sushi for the soul. Late for dinner.